Okay, let's try Vaseline and toilet paper. That's amazing. It worked, or rather, it's amazing. It worked for me. First lesson, keep on striking for a good while. 1 or 2 strikes quite often won't do it. I think I may have to go back and practice again with all those other natural tinders. But this one's working. I know it works with cotton wool. I didn't know it worked with toilet paper. But there we go. Fire is started. Stuff has sell-by dates. I've got some Tinder Quick here that I've had for years and years and years and never used. I've tried to light it, hasn't worked. So I've got another one, covered it in Vaseline, put them both together and we'll see what happens. The Vaseline part's lit, not very well. I'll give it another couple of goes. I think the striker's getting a bit blunt. We have liftoff on the petroleum jelly. The other one hasn't it at all. It's not even smouldering. Many armies in the world use solid fuel cookers. The British Army uses stuff called hexamine. It's very difficult to light quite often. It's very difficult to blow out. However, if you scrape it into a powder, you can light it. It makes a reasonable tinder. And I've had 2 goes with this block and you get 8 blocks in a packet. Success. The hexamine is burning for a long time. It's burning hot. It's igniting the wood. And now for all you German people out there, let's try it with some Esbit fuel. We have liftoff. We can light the cube, put it in the stove, and away we go. So, product shout out for petroleum jelly, ferrocerium rod. Together they make a great fire starting combination. Yep, I know it's easier to use matches or even a lighter, but this is the next best thing, especially if you're no good with a fireball. After a while, even if you are moving day after day, you get into a routine. Things find their place in the right place. Although it's easier to have everything in a box, it's not necessary. Boxes are extra weight. There's a big difference between bugging out by car and bugging out by foot. There's a big difference in going camping and going bushcrafting. But similar rules apply. Have everything in its place. Put things back when you use them, clean things when you've used them, they're ready for next time. Although it took me a long time to put up the camp, things are now in the right place. I'll not make the same mistakes when I'm dismantling the camp. Things will be a lot faster and a lot more efficient. This comes with practice. Just like using the fire steel, the ferrocerium rod, things improve the more you use them. But these skills don't last forever. You have to keep constantly trying them. You have to keep constantly practicing. Nevertheless, even if you're a total disaster, you can still have a good time out in the countryside, getting back to nature. The wind-up radio is a good investment, especially if it's tough and combined with a torch. It'll keep you up to date with what's happening, and also you've got an extra light source for at night. One of the big problems is not food, it's water. Supply of water is important. You can't carry enough water with you all the time. You must have a clean source of water and some way to store it until you need it. In an emergency situation, water may be your main priority because it's so difficult to get. You need more than one way of making fire. Matches are a good option, but they get damp, so keep them in a waterproof container with a striker inside. It's no good having dry matches and a wet striker. If you're going to use a lighter, use a transparent one. Then you can see how much gas you've got left. Even on short journeys and days out, you need some gear to maintain your equipment. A multi-tool cannot replace a good knife, but it can augment it and tip the odds in your favour. In many cases, it is more socially acceptable to have on your belt than a large fixed-bladed knife. It's no good having tools if it's going to get you into trouble. I hope you've enjoyed this video.